There we are. Yeah. John, welcome.
Good to be back again.
Always fun to have you here, buddy. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Oh, it ain't a problem, man. Anytime, you know that. Just let me know if you need somebody else during the week. I can arrange that also. You
Yeah,
know.
any of your pro staffers are always fun to bring on here and talk about stuff we know nothing about.
Hi.
But
I've been watching and learning a lot of stuff on yours. That's for sure.
well, there's a lot of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. Jesus, I don't think anybody on the planet Earth puts out more videos than we do over here at Your Saltwater Guide. My goodness. Hey, Lisa, welcome to the show. Our good buddy Burrito Lady's on the show with us. John, look at that. I got her sticker right there.
Yes, indeed. You were
She's a pro.
supposed you were
Go.
supposed to send me an address, and I never got it.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's wrong with me? How did I forget? I ain't
We
got
getting old.
nothing going on.
We getting old.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we are. Creo Catfishing. Andrew is in the house. Welcome, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least old.
Gang, if you want to know where John is, John's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he's got a tackle shop over there in Baton Rouge called River Cats Tackle. And we love to bring him on here because he brings a different aspect to the saltwater fishing. He takes us inshore, and you changed my good buddy ReelQuick. You've changed his life. He can't wait to get back there and go fishing with you. Daniel's so excited about that catfishing thing.
It's fun, man. It can get the adrenaline going. That's for sure.
They look like, well, when you were live with us on that show a month or so ago when we were all going to the iCast show, that was so fun to watch. And Daniel was like a little kid. He was so excited to be fishing with you. That was so cool.
It was good to have him, man. I mean, it's the invitation is open for any of y'all that's passing through.
There you go, gang. It would be great to get more of you guys to go out there and hang out with John and the group over there and do some more live catfish fishing. That's a blast. I can't wait to get the group back on here. It's been a month or so since everybody's been on going live catfish fishing. So it would be fun if we can get the group together, Lisa and Randy and V and Andrew and his brother and just everybody. I just want to see them all on the show. That was so fun that one night we did it where everybody was fishing in different squares on the
Yeah,
show. That was pretty cool.
yeah. If y'all interested in it, September the 13th, we will be at another MRM tournament, and if y'all interested, we can do some broadcasts that day.
We are very interested. Is V going to be there? We're going to make her stand for 4 hours.
V's going to be there. I mean, just about everybody in the crew is going to be there.
Yeah, but what we learned last time was no one else wants to hold the camera.
Well, she's set up now. She's got tripod. She's got everything
Okay.
now. She's good to go.
Nice. That'll be way fun. Yep, we're doing it. So the 13th, everybody will be live from Catfish Land. And what kind of a turn? Where is this tournament at, John?
This tournament's going to be in Memphis, Tennessee,
Okay. And you're going to
and
have a booth there again?
we're going to have a booth. We're also going to have, as of right now, we're at what is it? Four? It's either 4 or 5 boats that we're going to have competing.
Oh, how cool. That'll be
Yeah,
awesome. Are they going to
yeah.
roll in like they did last time for the
They're going to
weigh-in?
roll. Yep, they're going to roll in just like they did the last time.
Oh, that's so fun. That was, we had never seen that. I mean, I saw it on Wild World of Sports back in the day when they first started that largemouth thing, but I'd never seen
Yeah,
that. That was so fun to be a part of that. Thank you guys so much for that.
yeah, and like I said, it's either 4 or 5 boats. I think it's 5.
All right.
And well, that depends if our other good buddy and member Michael Creech makes it. That'll be 6.
Oh, yeah. So who's some of the people that are fishing? Who's some of the boats?
Well, we got we got Randy Swain, which is Lisa.
Right.
Catfish Lay's husband. His boat's in, and he's gonna have Lance McCougai and Gene Barry, which is also them two are also members with us. They're gonna be on one boat. We got Randy Bible, Cody, and Mike Roback. Them three is going to be on a boat. We got Jerry Parker that's going to be on a boat. We got Danny Stone and Richard Cluck that's going to be on a boat. So if everything goes right, we'll have Michael Creech on a boat, him and his friend. I mean, it's going to be a good turnout.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited now. The 13th of September should be pretty awesome, gang, to check that
Yeah.
out. If you missed out on that big tournament that you guys were at last month, talk about that for a minute. That was so good to see you guys be a part of that and watch you and the rest of the group reaching out to all the people in the audience, and then seeing you give that young man that jersey. Oh my gosh, made me cry.
Yeah. Well, that's like last year at the Memphis tournament. We actually we done the same thing there. We had a fella show up with his daughter was what 15, and she had been battling brain cancer for since she was 4 or 5, and they had just came out of St. Jude's, and they love fishing, and they was like, we really like the way things look and da 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 da. But hey, we did what we do. We gave them a rod and a reel combo and set them up.
That is so cool. And then those guys that bought all those rods from you and were handing them out to the children. Talk about those guys for a minute, because that
That
really touched my heart.
that's Ray Ferguson, and the brothers Donnie and Lonnie Fountain. They're some really really good guys. They do a lot for kids also, you know. And yeah, we done them right to make sure it happened. You know.
Oh, it was incredible. V goes, you guys got to see this. You got to see that. I had no idea what was about to happen. And oh my goodness, those
Yeah, it was.
children, they were out of their mind. They were so stoked and so
Yeah,
excited. You just made you and the gang and the brothers and everybody, you just made a whole bunch of new fishermen, which is
yeah,
what it's all about.
yeah. I mean, they not only gave rods, we also handed out. We gave them what was that? Over 20 something shirts. Over 20 something shirts to hand out also.
That is so cool. I mean,
Yeah,
it just changes these young people's lives, gang. It's
totally.
so important to make sure that we give back to these children to keep them fishing, right, John?
That's it. You got to get them in it. If you don't give them a little bit of something to get them started, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's too many bright and shiny objects nowadays.
That's
There's too
right.
much temptation around. But if you give them a shirt or a hat or a towel, you caught their attention. And then, oh my goodness, you give them a fishing pole? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and the same little guy that we gave the jersey to,
Right.
later into the show, we also gave him a ball cap.
Oh, cool. Yeah, he loved that. He loved that.
Yeah,
He couldn't believe it at first. He looked
no,
like he thought he was in trouble. And you're like,
yeah,
no, no, no. Let me help you out here, little buddy.
yeah,
That was so fun.
yes, indeed.
Yeah, they did, Randy. You're absolutely right. It was just, and poor V, she had to stand there for 4 hours the first day. Poor little girl. All she wanted to do is go pee pee. No one would hold the camera for
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough on her, that's for sure.
her. You guys
But
are funny.
she made it happen though. That's for sure.
She went back there. She's all, okay, someone has to hold the camera. Everyone's like, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, I gotta at shows like that. I gotta do too much PR work in order to be holding
Oh,
cameras.
well, I know. There was a bunch of people there, though. Somebody could have held it for her so she could go potty. She just wanted to go potty.
I think Randy held it for a while.
Yeah, for almost a whole 5 minutes.
Yeah, until she got back.
Yeah. So in the back corner, while we're on here, gang, we have Justin still out there fishing for bluefin. So John and I may cut over to Justin at any given time. So if that happens, that's what's going on if we jump over there, just so you know. And today can't happen if it's not for my great sponsor, Okuma. I've been with Okuma for a very long time. We're going to show you one of their cool new spinning reels that are going to be hitting the market in 2026. You're going to get a sneak preview of that a little bit later in the show. Go ahead, John. What were you going to say?
No, I'm good. There's
All right.
V as we speak, and she just showed up in chat.
Oh, hey, V. We're talking about you, young lady. Randy, you tried to help her. Yeah. Okay. Okay, if that's what you call it. You're like, here, hold this for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be on September the 13th. It's gonna be another good show, man. Anytime we get together, we always bring fun.
Oh, yeah. We saw
Always.
that for sure. So let's talk a little bit about the catfish fish and what's going on right now with this temperature. Now, it's been so damn hot there for the last month and a half.
Yeah.
Does that affect this catfish fishing? Do they move into the deeper holes? What goes on?
It does. It moves them toward the deeper water and stuff like that. But it as far as the river itself, it doesn't affect it quite as bad as it does most of the guys that fishes lakes and stuff and the smaller rivers, because I was on the water Saturday and it was 86, 87 degrees water temp. So it makes a difference. You gotta know where to hunt.
That's what I was just going to ask you. How hot does that water get? 86, 87 degrees. My goodness. Yeah, there's not a lot of oxygen left in there on the sides in the shallow water when it's that hot, right?
No, you don't find much in shallow water.
And when you're talking deeper water, so that our viewers, because a lot of us are from SoCal and saltwater fishing, what are we talking deep water in the river? How deep does that Mississippi River get?
It depends. You got some spots that you can find that's every bit of 130 foot.
Really? I would have never guessed that deep. That's crazy.
And if we go further south, there's a few spots down south that I know of toward New Orleans area. There is one spot that I know of is right at 300.
Really? 300 feet?
Yeah.
Now, do those catfish get down in that depth?
I've seen some in there.
Okay. Now, how in the heck are you going to fish in the Mississippi River in 100 feet of water? You got to be using a hell of a big weight, right?
I use an 18-pound weight.
18 pounds on. So you're using that on like a downrigger and then with a clip on it to snap off, or what are you doing?
I just take and throw it off front of the boat. I just throw it out.
Okay.
Once she snags up on that bottom, tie her off and she's done.
No, I meant your lure or your bait.
Man, look, we pretty much drop out the back, and we usually, it depends on the water you're in. You can go anywhere from 6 ounces, 8 ounces, all the way up to a pound.
Okay.
It depends on how strong the water is that you're fishing.
And so you're just constantly bumping it back to the boat, checking the bottom. How we fishing and catfish in this river in the deeper water?
Oh, I usually just I get on the ledge, and I'll stage lines up and down that drop off. I'll have some that's 30 foot down on that drop, or I have some that's 40, and just stage them going down. That's the way I do it.
Okay. I see Lisa said something about jug fishing. What the hell is that? What are we doing? Is that drinking while you're fishing?
No, it's what they call, it's a lot of people call it jug fishing. You got some call it bobber fishing. What it is you take a pool noodle, or hell, you can take a Gatorade bottle.
Okay.
Tie about 15, 20 foot of line on it, put your little weight, put a hook and some bait on it, and just toss it over and sit back in the boat and watch it float until something hits it and runs. You can chase it down. They got a tournament. That's this Saturday, ain't it?
That's what she was just saying.
Yeah, this Saturday. That's going to happen from what time is it? 5? Yeah. It'd be on my time frame, it would be 4 to 10. And on their time frame, it's be 5 to 11.
Okay. So that would put it around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon for us on the West
Yeah.
Coast.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Lisa, you and I need
And
to hook up and make sure that we're able to put it out on our platform. That'd be fun to have it on here for Saturday. That would be awesome.
yeah, because it's gonna be quite a few of them in that too.
Oh, she said it's 5 to 11 Eastern, so that would make it 2 o'clock our time, Pacific Standard Time. Perfect. That would be fun. People would love to watch that. That's going to be awesome. I want to see that because, you can't do that kind of stuff here in California. If it puts a smile on your face, John, Gavin Newsom will not let you do it.
Go figure, huh?
He's kind of.
It's getting to that point everywhere. If it makes you happy and feel good, they don't want you to do it.
It's pretty sad, right? Pretty sad.
Like that pipe.
Like what?
Like that pipe in the background.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those days?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, boy. Yeah. Thank God they didn't have cameras attached to our phones back then. No one would be watching me today.
Really? But yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend with them. With there's gonna have quite a few people out doing it. So it's not gonna be just one boat out chasing these jugs around. It's gonna be, I think it's 5. 5 boats that's gonna be chasing them around.
Okay, and then how many jugs can you fish? Is there an amount?
For the most of them, they're gonna run 20 jugs.
No way. Oh,
yeah.
God. So you make them different colors to keep track of them, so you're not going and grabbing someone else's jug, or?
Well, most of the ones that are fishing this jug tournament, they're actually in different states. And on different bodies of water.
Okay, God, that's going to be incredible. That is so cool. How fun is that going to be? I just want to see it. Just like when you guys were showing us those planer boards. That was so interesting to all of us. We'd never seen that shit before. That was pretty cool.
It's a different concept, But it's good that everybody learns both sides, All of your followers get to learn about what we're doing, and we get to learn about what y'all do.
And then we all get to understand that they're trying to close down fishing in the United States of America, which is pretty unbelievable. So then you and I get together and we start talking about how important it is to keep these children involved. And then I was because I didn't really know, I just talked to you a little bit and a few of your pro staffers, and I really didn't know what level you guys were giving back to the kids until I saw that tournament, and I'm like, oh, these guys get it more. These guys get it more than most. You guys got it. You figured it out.
We've been doing that. We've done that way before I even started River Cats Tackle. We've done that plenty. What's so bad about things nowadays, Dave, is you got to watch organizations that you deal with, because they say they're doing this for kids, and then you find out later on down the road that, well, most of it didn't go to the kids,
Right.
And we try to steer away from most of them.
No,
if it ain't all going to the kids, we don't want to do with it.
Yeah, we'd rather hand it to them ourselves.
That's right.
It's way
And
easier that way, and you know exactly where it goes.
yep.
All right, let me show you guys this new spinning reel that Okuma is coming out with. You'll be able to get it in 2026, and we'll get right back to the show. Check this out real quick. We got a sneak preview.
Hey guys, this is John Bretz with Okuma Fishing Tackle with an awesome new introduction for 2026. This is a sapphire line of spinning reels that we consider a crossover reel that be used for both freshwater as well as inshore applications. This reel is going to come in 9 different models. We're going to offer both standard and high-speed gear ratios. And a lot of that comes from the HDG Plus gearing platform. Because we have the big oversized diameter gears, we can now offer high-speed gears that's going to hold up to that bull red if you hook into a trophy fish. As far as the high-speed gear ratios go, we'll offer 2,500, 3,000, and 4,000 size high-speed gear ratios. All the rest will be standard gear ratios. We're going to have this series from a 1,000 up to a 5,000 to cover all kinds of different fishing styles. Now for inshore fishing, what we've done is we've equipped this reel with our Hydro Block 2 body. So that's going to protect the internal components to make sure you don't get water intrusion. It's going to be a great splash guard. It's not going to be waterproof, but it's going to be great for all-day fishing applications. It features 7 high-performance corrosion-resistant bearings, plus a one-way roller bearing that's going to give you that quick set and reverse function. Now what we did is that we made this reel braid ready, and we've done 2 different things. We made a braid ready spool that has a rubber spool band on the arbor to make sure your line doesn't slip. And the other thing that we've done is on the tapered bail transitions right into the line roller. That line roller features our DLC or diamond light coating system. And so that's going to be very hard to make sure you don't get corrosion, but it's also perfect for braided line applications. A couple other things that we've done with this reel, because we wanted to make a reel optimized for inshore as well as freshwater, is that it's equipped with the carbonite drag system. So if you over tighten that drag, you're not going to get memory. It's going to have great performance. We've also equipped this reel with flight drive to make it extremely smooth and durable, as well as our GSS, our gear stabilizing system, to make sure you have precision alignment in all situations. If you want to find out more information on this new awesome Sapphire Reel series, check it out at a dealer near you or on okumafishingusa.com.
And what a great spinning reel. That's the fact that it's braid ready is a big deal nowadays. And that rubber on the spool, because that kind of goes, they kind of did that because of me, John, because I didn't quite understand how braid slides around the spool when I first started doing it. I took the reel back into the shop. I'm like, this piece of garbage, you can't even tighten up the drag. And they're like, no, dummy.
Yeah.
The braid slides on the spool, you ding dong.
You gotta have a backing.
And now they got that little rubber grommet on that spool. Now you don't have to put tape on there anymore or put a little bit of backing braid or monofilament or nothing. It works flawless. So you can check out all that with the QR code at the bottom of the screen, right by John's chin there. Go to okumafishingusa.com. Check it out.
We got a pro staff member within the group, Patrick Gray. He's figured out a way to tie braid on the smooth spool reel without slipping.
Really?
Yeah.
He's going to have to come on the show and show us all that little trick.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get him to do it because he uses no backing on any of his reels with braid. None.
Wow. Yeah, he's got to show us that trick. That'd be a good one to learn for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's good at it.
So in a little bit, probably in about a half an hour, 25 minutes or something, maybe even shorter time, a good friend of mine, Adam Cargill, is going to come on here, John, and show us a little bit about it. He got to go out and do a little harpoon fishing for swordfish last week, and they ran on 7, threw at 4, and got 2. So the odds almost sounds like baseball, but they got a couple of nice swordfish. A mako shark tried to eat it. We got some cool videos to show about that in a little bit, but that should be fun. You ever had any of that stuff in the Gulf? You ever gone out for swordfish?
Nope. No, I haven't even done any saltwater fishing.
Really?
No.
You're not that far away where you're at either.
A couple hours.
Yeah. but you never done it, huh? That's crazy.
Patrick Gray, the one that ties the braid, he does a good bit of saltwater fishing, and Danny Stone does. He was down in Mississippi that day we was on live.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He does. He does some of it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I want to meet the guy. I want to be a part of it. I want to see what the hell he's doing. That'd be cool. I can't believe you had never gone saltwater fishing, though. That blows my mind. It's hard for me to wrap my head around it.
Now, I haven't. Most of the time, anytime I've been down around the coast to where it would be possible to do any saltwater fishing, it was due to work.
Okay.
And any time you just didn't get to do it.
Gotcha. How about largemouth, smallmouth, bluegill, crappie, any of that shit?
I tried the bluegill, I tried the crappie, I tried the bass. I tried all that when I was younger, and I just didn't like all that. I got to hurting the arm too much.
Oh yeah, it's cool to throw the bait out there and wait for the catfish to eat it, huh?
I done got to the point to where I'm gonna just sit there and let him do it.
Got it. Absolutely. Hey, I'm a bait guy. I did that the other day with, I don't know if you saw the show live or not, but we were fishing in the Back Bay. I flew up from Mexico to go fish with my other guy, Captain Al Clowers.
You was with Al and Jason.
And Jason, yeah. And oh my gosh, no bait, fishing lures. I'll tell you what, my arm was sore after that for a while. All I wanted was, can we please go get some bait? I just want.
Yeah. I'm like you. I don't need to do all this throwing. The bones don't work that good anymore.
Yeah, we need Lisa, my good buddy Lisa is telling us we need to get you and your wife out here to California. Come out one of our trips with us. That would be a blast. That would be fun.
Would be crazy now.
You got to come out here and see what California is.
I don't think California's gonna know what to do with me now. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, it's a crazy place right now. I'm just trying to figure out how they clean it all up for the Olympics that are going to be here in less than 2 years. It's going to be quite amazing to see them. We got the Olympics in 2028, and there is more trash in downtown LA than in any landfill in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Well,
you would be
right.
You'd be blown away. Pretty much all of downtown LA looks like a landfill.
Well, that's about like New Orleans around Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Oh man, it takes them all night and a day to clean up the trash.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. The amount of stuff going on right now here in California, it's unbelievable. I just don't get it. And now they're fighting. They're pissed because they're trying to clean up the crime, and they don't want the crime cleaned up. I don't understand that. How do you not want the crime cleaned up, John?
Because it creates money.
Oh, see, I knew you'd know.
Yeah, I know.
You'd know.
It's when you've known a few people that's been in certain places, they can tell you how much it costs to house one.
Right.
That's like our state penitentiary is $77,000 a year to house one inmate.
That's ridiculous.
When he went in 20 years ago, it was 40. But he's out now, so it's going to be hard to find out the updates.
Right.
Yeah. V says she's coming to Cali.
Way up north, though. What do you mean way up north?
The cooler region.
Okay. All right. Northern California on the beach. What are you doing, monkey? Come here. My little buddy, my little pal. He's running around. He's like a little teenager right now. He's all fired up. He just totally doesn't want nothing to do with me. Where'd you go, Marley? You can't. There he is, kind of in the corner. You can almost see him. He's just been acting like the craziest little monkey lately. He used to be my little buddy. He'd ride around here on my shoulder. You saw him on the show for a long time. Now he wants nothing to do with Dad. I think he's pissed still from when I went up to SoCal for a week and he didn't see me.
Yeah, more than likely.
So he's trying to be defiant of his father.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to teach him a lesson.
Oh, yeah. He's teaching me good. You little brat, right?
But on another note, I'm also in the process of working on getting some German alloy number 2 and number 4.
Yeah, let's talk about your hooks for a little bit. Why did you come up with German alloy? Explain to everybody about that.
We didn't want to keep using China premium steel.
Okay.
Because China's premium steel is just all our scrap iron from here, which is a mix. It's not a good grade. It's not a good quality. And not to mention, I wanted to put something out on the market to prove to people that it can be done at a reasonable price and bring good quality.
Okay. And so tell everybody about these hooks. And right now you're getting ready to put out some live bait style hooks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There he is, Adam Cargill. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Dave. How are you guys?
Good. That's my buddy, John. We're just talking about his hooks he makes right now, Adam, and then we'll get with you in just a minute.
No problem. I can't wait to hear about the
hang
hooks.
with us.
That's the plan as of right now. We're in the process of getting them, trying to get everything lined out to start a production run on the live bait hook, like you were saying, the number 2 and the number 4.
That would be insane. We could sell a bazillion of hooks for you, buddy. We don't have a hook sponsor at Your Saltwater Guide, which is absolutely unbelievable if you think about it, because there's hook companies out there giving hooks to little snot-nosed, zit-faced kids that have 12 followers, and they're going, oh, that kid's an influencer. I got 800,000 followers. I get 30 million views a month. And when I talk to these people, it's like, but you're Dave Ensign. Yeah, okay. My people buy your hooks, ding dong. I got 5,000 members on a paying website that would buy your hooks. Guess who's going to dominate? John. John, you're going to take over the hook thing.
We're working on it. That's for sure. We're working on it.
Now, Adam Cargill uses a phenomenal amount of hooks. John makes his hooks out of German alloyed steel, Adam.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. And you're using these for catfish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. They're durable, man. I mean, we got our own process of how we have them done. And, you know, they're an offset hook, but we do the offset. We do the sharpening of the points. Everything is done before heat treat.
Wow.
Therefore, once you heat treat, you got a durable hook. You know, because most companies is buying straight shank. They offset them themselves, and they'll sharpen the points better the way they like them. But you know, once you bend steel, you done change the integrity of the heat treat. So spend that a little extra, have it all done the first go around, and you ain't got to worry about it.
Tournament guys would be all over that.
Right? And to have someone like John who's willing to listen and design hooks the way you want them, how cool would that be instead of buying what's being mass produced, Adam?
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And the best so far that we've been able to have, because what we fish in, we snag a lot. We get hung, we lose gear. But so far, the best run that we've had on one hook was over 400 pounds of fish without the integrity of the point going bad or anything.
Yeah, I go through a lot of hooks. I go through hundreds of hooks a year. Hundreds, maybe thousands, but hundreds of hooks.
Yeah, what you fishing for?
For game fish in the ocean, you know, a lot of bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna, striped marlin. I mean, we probably go through 300 hooks at least, just striped marlin fishing a year. So it's probably thousands of hooks that I use actually a year. Thousands.
Yeah. Well, what style hook you using on marlin?
We use a very light wire, a circle hook, very light wire. They rust incredibly quick because we leave the hook in them. We're catching and releasing, and instead of trying to get the hook out and putting the animal through more stress, we just cut them off as close as we can.
Yeah.
And then
What
the hooks that we use. Go ahead.
What odd hook?
It's between 7.0 and 9.0 usually. 8.0 is pretty good general size.
Got any in here?
It's similar to a catfish hook, I would guess.
That's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to show you.
It's an inline circle hook, inline circle hook.
It's
no offset.
It's a circle hook, but it has an offset.
No offset. The offset, we gag them with the offset sometimes. Because we release so many or catch so many, we use an inline circle just to make sure that we get them at, in the corner of the mouth.
Yeah. Well, that's I think I do have a straight.
For bluefin tuna, though, I like an offset circle. Because I don't care if I get him in the gut.
Because you're gonna eat that. You're gonna eat him.
I'm gonna eat him.
Like Dave, you're gonna kill him anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna get eaten, so it's no big deal, and it makes the fight a little easier too if you hook him deep. Rather than hooking him perfectly in the corner. You can break off though because they got big teeth. So that's why we use a circle hook in the first place.
Let's see.
I've seen some of those catfish rigs that are around lately. It's getting that tech. There's a lot of technique lately in that circle hook. In that fishing. Oh, that's a cool hook. That'd be a good marlin hook. It looks like.
Can you see it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's about what we use for marlin fishing. Very similar hook for marlin.
And if you notice the way the point is, it's angled toward the ball, the eye more than most of your hooks, because most of them have a 90.
Of course.
We angled ours up, therefore it's easier to hook the fish.
Yeah, that's a good looking hook.
Then it has that slight offset.
Very nice. Very nice. How big a catfish are you catching with that hook?
Right now we got 101, 102 pounder, no, 110 pounder on our 12-aughts.
That's cool.
But
that's awesome.
We had
wild.
That's a big animal, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We had a guy do an independent fella that has nothing to do with us. He done a pull test on our hooks, and he started out with the 6-aught, which is a really small wire hook. And before it started to distort the hook, it made it to 46 pounds.
Very nice.
Of straight pull.
Yeah, straight pull. Yeah.
That's a lot of pull.
Yeah, for a little 7.0, yeah, a lot of pull. Yeah.
Our 12-aughts, when he made it to the 12-aughts, now he was using, when he got to the 10-aught, he was using 80-pound Andy mono leader, and he broke the leader before he started to hook in him.
Very nice.
Perfect.
And the 12-aught, he made it all the way to 75, and he says, I ain't even going to attempt this. He said, that's too dangerous. He said, I'm not even going to try it. Because, it wasn't going to make it,
Yeah, of course.
The leader was going to break.
No one's pulling that hard anyway.
No. You're not going to pull that hard.
So, John, maybe we'll try to get some hooks into Adam's hands, because Adam is big game hunter all the time. He is big game.
What size do you want?
I'll try, maybe a 7.0, an 8.0, and a 9.0 or something like that. Yeah, I'll give him a try on bluefin and see how it goes.
Now, you familiar with true size hook, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, because ours is true size. It's not the off the shelf that you get from Temu that you buy a 10-aught and you got a 12 or a 14.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. Smaller is that better, probably.
Yeah, it's a true size. That's okay, like good. This is our 6.
That's your 6, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'd be okay with a 6 even though. Or a 5 even.
See?
Yeah.
Got that little offset to it.
Yeah. if you gave me one of each, I'd put each one to use on a different species. Probably I have that. You know, I'll come across the right fish.
What I'll do is I'll send you a pack of each size we have.
Perfect.
Therefore, you can do damage on whatever size you want.
Okay, there we go.
And
And
then
try them out and see how you like them.
yeah, let us know what you think, and if we can start promoting it. If we get the green light from Adam, we're in 100%.
Yeah, we're gonna we'll put that hook to the test. I promise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got a really good nickel coating on them, so they don't corrode as quick as most.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice. So let's look at what Adam.
You go out today and you fish today, and you come back in and your hook's still on your leader. You ain't got to worry about it tomorrow being rusted over.
Yeah, we do several days out at we do 3 to 12 days at sea on average. So yeah, it's gonna be in a harsh environment. I promise.
Yeah, they're gonna do you good.
Cool. Yeah.
So John, check this out. Look at what Adam's been doing the last last week. Check this out. Hell yeah, buddy.
What the hell I'm screaming?
Yeah, that's a nice fish. Such a nice
John's
fish.
never been in the ocean fishing.
Gotcha. Well, John, this is a broadbill swordfish. They're pretty prolific in California from time to time. It's our biggest game fish, or our biggest like semi-resident game fish. And for the last month or so, they've been right outside the marina, 8 to 15 miles from where from where we keep the boat. So naturally we had to go try, right? We had to go try, and we've had some success, and we're having a lot of fun with it. So much fun.
Yeah, you did.
The luck I got though, Dave, is I get one of them on a rod, and just as I got into the boat, the damn thing come out of the water and stabbed me in the freaking shoulder.
Yeah, I don't think so. Adam knows how to drive the boat. He'll keep them from poking you.
Yep.
So, Adam, you got to do something. You've been in this industry your whole life, but you got to do something you've never got to do before. You and I both watched it, but we've never ever done this. Second. I don't know why that didn't come.
And throw me backstage.
What did I do?
You got me now, Dave?
Yeah, I got you.
I got you. Yeah,
I got John. I got you. I can't get this picture off the screen, though.
Hey, you don't want me trying it.
I got you. I just can't get this picture off the screen. I don't know why. Hang in there. I'll figure this shit out.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Look at me. I'm all technical and shit. Check. What was that all about? Talk to us.
So that was last. Oh gosh, that was last maybe Wednesday. Last Wednesday we went out looking for swordfish, and we found one in the morning right off the bat. The conditions were terrible. I left the wheel. I left the wheel for 5 minutes to use the restroom, and right after I left the wheel, we basically T-boned a swordfish, and scared it, and we didn't see it again. We found it. It's that same fish floated up again about 10 minutes later, and 800 yards away, we found it again, and then ran on it again, and clean missed it. Shot right over its back. Fish was underwater when I shot, and I'm pretty new to the harpooning thing, and the refraction got me. I missed him by 6 inches right over the top of his back. Didn't see that fish ever again that day. But we did find another fish later in the day that had just been killed by a mako shark. So that was pretty cool, pretty exciting day. Even though we missed the one, to see the mako shark, attack the other one made.
Don't put it in. Don't put it in me.
His eyes still good.
Cool.
Let's give it a whirl, boss. What do you think?
Yeah, let's grab her. We'll just grab her.
Get that long.
Crazy. That is so cool. That's a big mako shark, huh?
Giant mako shark. So my boss was in the glasses, and he said to all, we're all on comms, we can all hear what each other's thinking practically. And he goes, I see a bill in the air, and it looks like fish are fighting. And we kind of were like, well, what is what? And he was kind of confused even himself, because he didn't, because what he was seeing he'd never seen before. And there was a pod of dolphins, common dolphins, in that area too, or just before where, just in front of where he was looking. And then he came back to us and said, hey, you know what? I think it's just dolphins. So we left that area. We made a tack away from that area, only about a mile or two, because, seems to be once you find one swordfish, there's more, very close. So we just tacked back towards where we'd seen the fish earlier in the day, and then came back through that area about 40 minutes later. And my guy Grant in the bucket goes, hey, I got a dead sea lion over here. And so we pointed the boat towards it. And as we get closer, I could see the sword's peck, sticking 2.5, 3 feet out of the water. And I could see just the tip of the mako's fin doing circles. And, at that point, we're thinking, oh, you look, it's a little swordfish, and this 200-300 pound mako shark's got a hold of him, and he killed him. Not until we got the swordfish in the boat did we realize we were dealing with a 400-pound swordfish. And it's every bit of 400 pounds. And that mako was twice its size. That mako was every bit of 750, I'll call it. And so the way I understand, and the way it happens, those makos will swim up from below that swordfish as he's finning. They'll swim up, pretty quickly and breach on the tail. And when the swordfish kicks to get away from that mako shark, the force of the mako's jaws on that tail will just break his tail right off. I mean, not break it right off, but get rid of its ability, right? So they knock the motor off first. They knock his tail off, and then they come around and they get rid of their bill, because the bill is the next thing that could hurt him. And I've also heard that the bill is the densest thing on the body, so the bill will make them sink if they don't get rid of it. So they'll go up. They take the tail off. They get rid of the bill. And then the other shot that we saw that we couldn't believe on the fish was, where a fish's heart is. It's just behind his gills in that little chest plate right here. And the mako hit him perfectly in the gills and that chest plate and took his heart right out of him. So the only organ that was missing out of that swordfish, or the only things missing, were his heart, his tail, and his bill. And he was just swimming around it, getting ready to just eat on it for as long as he could.
That is so that's insane.
Insane.
How they could do that.
Right. And and they all do, I assume they all do it the same. Every picture I've ever seen of a swordfish that was being eaten by a mako, tail's gone, bill's gone. And I didn't know about the heart thing, but we discovered that on this last one. We had Ted Reimer with us. Ted Reimer's a tech at Stanford, and John Hopkins. He works with Barbara Block, and they do all the big fish tagging, pat tagging throughout the world. And he was with us, and he got to take samples. I'll tell you another story about a swordfish. Swordfishes, they have an organ that only they have, and it sits between their eyes and above their brain, and it creates heat. And this organ creates heat and warms their eyes and warms their brain, so that they can have an advantage when they're down there at 1,000 feet feeding. They can function down there because of this internal heater they have. So even though that shark probably killed that swordfish probably an hour and a half prior to us finding it or getting it out of the water, we were able to get samples of that organ up to the lab, which is cool. We're going to try again though, because we want to get one that's more alive, so we can actually take a FLIR image of the contrast between that fish, that particular organ in its body compared to the rest of its body, to show that they have it and how it's used, right, to prove how it's used. So, yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun chasing swordfish. We've been learning a lot about swordfish. First year in my lifetime where I've had the opportunity to really go look for them. There's a big enough school here to where if you really try hard, you're probably going to find one. And so we're learning and having fun.
And so that's the fish you're talking about. Bill's gone, tail broke,
Yep.
And they ate the heart out of it, huh?
Yeah, you can see right there behind his gill rake, right there was gill rakers and his gill covers, and you can see right there at that chest plate where they broke it, and then the heart came right out through there.
That's just an amazing animal, right? To be like a surgeon,
Like a
almost.
surgeon. Yeah, I can't believe they can even get the bill off. Swordfish are soft, but their bills are pretty strong, and maybe they break it off. Maybe they leverage it off because the sword bill is stronger, left to right than it is up and down. I would say that's for sure too. So maybe they break it off. But yeah, pretty amazing to see that happen. I've heard about it my whole life, but never had a chance to actually see it in person.
No, it's just incredible. I never even heard of it in all my years. I didn't know that Mako did all that surgery to that fish. I've seen videos of them eating them, but I didn't know how they went about it. I thought they took them off your line when you harpooned them. I didn't know they hunt those things. That's pretty weird.
They
What
hunt
a gnarly animal.
Yeah, they hunt those things. That's their number one predator, as far as I know. That Mako shark, number one predator to the swordfish and the striped marlin up here, in the SoCal Bight.
So we have quite a few people watching from River Cats Tackle and the Midwest and stuff right now, Mississippi River and stuff. Kind of explain to everybody this fish, Adam, how you guys locate it, what's going on. You can even talk about the airplane a little bit, just to kind of teach people a little bit about what this swordfish thing is, because you're brand new to it. You're super excited about it. I'm excited that you got to do this. I'm living vicariously through you. So this is kind of cool. Let everybody know what it's about.
Yeah, so we get, usually in our summer and fall, we get a pretty good group of swordfish will swim in to the Southern California Bight. Obviously some years are better than others. Some years the fish are larger than others. But when they come in the early summer, even late spring, when they come in, they tend to be more surface oriented, as far as I can tell, and they'll come up and they'll actually fin on the surface for parts of time throughout the day. As far as I've been told by the scientists, they're up finning to digest. They normally live and spend most of their time in about 1,000 feet of water here in California, anyways. They swim around down there in the depths, and they eat squid and hake and other deep water fish. That's what they've been adapted to do. That's where they're adapted to feed. And then they come up to the surface, not to feed, maybe just to oxygenate and get some sun and recharge that organ, maybe, who knows, before they make a dive again. So the way to harpoon them is, most boats have a long plank. Most boats have a plank that's at least 20 feet long on the front of the boat, and with harpoon gear, and most boats, and the way to be the most effective consistently, will use a spotter plane. So you've got combination of a spotter plane and usually a fast boat, not the case in ours, but a faster boat, with 4 or 5 guys all in gyroscopic binoculars, all hunting and searching just to see those two fins, its dorsal fin and its tail fin. So as they're swimming along, just those two fins stick up, and that kind of tells you what the animal is, because there's no other animal really that we look at where both fins are sticking up almost equally as they're swimming across the surface. And then once we find a swordfish, we run up to them. We don't run, but we get the boat up moving, a little quicker, and so we have some steerage, and we come up on the fish and throw the try and get the fish directly under the harpooner, and then throw the harpoon into the fish. And that harpoon has a dart that detaches from the harpoon, and it's connected to 600 feet of line. And as that swordfish takes off, after about 100 feet or 150 feet or so, you put on a small hard float. You get a small hard float on, and then maybe a little bit further from that, you get another small hard float on, and then maybe another, depending on how he's pulling and how well you shot him. You don't want to put too much resistance on him, because you might just pull your dart out, right? So a combination of buoys, and we some guys put some weight on them, some guys put chain on them, even will slide down to them to get them to dive deep, because when they do dive deep after they've been harpooned, the pressure of that deep water bleeds them out, and they die down there. And then you can tell that they've died based on how the gear looks. and you drive up to that gear and you start hauling that gear and taking all your buoys off and placing them in a basket and coiling your line back up, and then you're ready for the next one. When it's good, guys are have multiple sets of gear, and they'll get one and they'll put that gear on the water, and then they'll immediately get back in the binoculars and try and find another one. And if it's a good day, a guy might have 4 or 5 sets of gear to pull in the afternoon.
That's pretty crazy. It's almost like jug fishing for catfish, John.
Pretty
That's
much.
why I wanted Adam to talk about that. Now, Adam, we got one other thing. We got to touch on this real quick because Pelagic is a big sponsor of you guys, and hopefully they're coming on board with your saltwater guide here real soon. So why don't you talk about this big tournament this weekend?
Yeah, so this year it's back, the California Tuna Challenge, put on by Pelagic. It's a bluefin tuna, big eye, and yellowfin tuna tournament, which I didn't know, but obviously the biggest fish that we'll probably see here and over the next over this weekend is going to be a big bluefin tuna. The rules are really fair rules as far as I can tell. It doesn't give anybody an advantage. You could get in for as little as $500. You could get in for as much as $40,000. So it's open to all levels. We've got about 11 hours left to register. It should be a really good event. I know the fishing's improving. We've had kind of a lackluster week or so, and it's turning around as far as I can tell. There's some bigger fish moving in to the area, or at least showing themselves, and it should be a really good time. I know kind of a different format for this particular one. They're giving guys the option to leave at 12 noon. I think it's on Thursday. Lines in at 5:30 in the morning on Friday. You can fish all that day through that night, and then into the next day, Saturday. And I don't think you have to be to the scales until midnight on Saturday. And there's weigh stations in Avalon, weigh station in Newport Beach, and a weigh station in San Diego, I believe. But check out the website. It's pelagictournaments.com. Like I said, there's 11 hours to register. Should be there's already quite a few boats entered. Should be a really good time.
It sounds like fun. They didn't have it last year, so it's good that it's back, and it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see who wins. And thank you so much for being on the show with us today, Adam, and talking a little bit about your swordfish thing. I know right after it happened, I was like, Adam, you got to come on the show. You're like, Dave, we got a bunch of stuff to get ready. I got work to do. I'm like, I know, but come tell me about this swordfish thing. It's so cool. And to have John on here and you and him talking about hooks, I think you're going to be stoked with his hooks. And after the show, John, I'll send you Adam's information. You can send him to the same place you're going to send my stuff. He parks right across from my family's dock. So we'll get his hooks to you.
I appreciate it, John. Yeah, well, absolutely.
Ain't a problem, man. I like getting other species on the hooks, especially bigger species.
Yeah.
But you're gonna find they're gonna be durable.
Yeah, we'll put it to the test.
They're gonna be durable for you.
Cool. Yeah, I hope I catch a big blue marlin on them.
Hey, Rick Maurer had an interesting interesting question. I know the answer, but go ahead, Adam. Is there a time of day where these things float, or does it matter?
Yeah, it's banker's hours. It seems to be banker's hours, and like 9 to 5, seems to be the most common time they float. But they will float at 7:30 in the morning, and they will float at 6:30 at night. I think too early in the morning and too late in the evening, I think they become more susceptible to mako sharks. So I think they like that kind of higher sun, midday stuff where they can see, where they can see. But it could happen any time of the day. It happens on the tide sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Like for example, we found 7 fish. 3 of those 7 fish were at about 9:30 in the morning, and the other half were at about 2:30 in the afternoon. So, kind of banker's hours.
Yeah, they float when they float. That's kind
That's
of,
true too. They're gonna float when they
that's
float.
what happens, and it's a weird fish. You're gonna tell the difference right away. You know if it's a swordfish compared to a marlin. Marlin, 90% of the time, you're gonna see his tail. Once in a while, his dorsal fin will come up just to help him not roll over. Swordfish, they can't. Their dorsal fin doesn't retract, so you're gonna know right away you got a swordfish. There's no telling. And also the fish is about as purple can be, right? It's the most craziest thing you've ever seen. When you see this thing in the water, you guys have never seen one. That purple is about as fluorescent as it can be, huh, Adam?
Unmistakable.
It's
Even the color of their fins is unmistakable. And once you've seen a couple, I think it gets easier to pick them out, which is cool too. And if you want to go try and cast a live bait, at a swordfish, right now is the time to do it in SoCal. I mean, lots of guys are seeing them and getting shots. I heard some guys on a 17-foot Mako fought one for 5 hours here recently, right off the coast. And I mean, if you want to go try, now's the time to try. Success rate's not that good, but you know,
but
it's worth taking a look and being aware, making sure you have a couple mackerels in your tank, even while you're tuna fishing, because you might run across a 150-pounder that's catchable and fish of a lifetime.
and they're seeing them close to the beach. You're going hauling ass out there. You're overrunning these things. They're seeing them on the whale watch boat. They're seeing them on the half day boats. The stuff is floating along on the beach right now. Like Adam was saying, 5 to 15 miles. That's like golden zone right now off the beach.
Yeah, not very far. And if we go 15 miles, it's because we headed south or north. We're still about 8 miles off the beach or less. So it seems to be where they are. It's pretty. The fish are all big too, which is pretty cool. Carl, the pilot, Air Pilikia, Carl seems to think that these are the fish that you'd normally see up north just based on their size. This school has come in. It's according to the scientists, this school is probably 10 to 11 years old. So this school has made it through gill nets and long lines and everything else and mankind for almost 10 years by living offshore. And it's now it's on our beach, so it's, now's the time to try, because they might not come back, right? We might not have this same school next year. Could be a totally different group that comes in, or very little fish at all. So.
Yeah, it's all cycles. That's for damn sure. It's all cycles. So, John, thank you very much. Let everybody know how they can find you, John.
All they got to do is look us up on Facebook, or they can, if they want to check out the products, all they got to do is go to rivercatstackle.com and it'll pop right up for them. If not, just contact me. I'm easy to get in touch with. Just about everybody knows how to get me.
There you go. And leave a comment on the messages. He'll jump in there and answer it for you. And then Adam, I know you have nothing to promote but the tournament. So thank you very much for helping Pelagic promote their tournament, and good luck out there. You're going out for a whole week, leaving real quick, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'll be out Monday through Friday, and weather dependent will dictate what we fish for. It's my boss's birthday. Everybody on board who's coming is commercially licensed, so we can go do whatever we want for 5 days, which sounds like.
Oh yeah, it's going to be incredible. We're excited to see it, gang. And then tune back in a few minutes. Once we get done being live here on the podcast, we're going to jump right back in with Justin, and Adam will tell you guys right now, just because Justin hasn't caught anything yet, it's been a late afternoon bite on this bluefin every flicking day. Adam's been on this stuff since, oh my God, April. You kind of have a clue what it's doing out there, right?
Yeah, it was primarily a night fishing thing to begin with, and tough for us in the daytime. We got our shots every once in a while. Lately, we've been getting a lot of shots trolling in the afternoon. Trolling spreader bars in the afternoon seems to save our day the last, 4 or 5 days. So.
And Adam would definitely troll the Mad Mac, but both engines as fast as they can go and a good downhill swell, he's going to get that boat all the way up to 10 knots. So,
yep. It doesn't work for us. We've caught a fish or two on it, but it's not our thing. We like the visual bites, and the spreader bar is pretty visual bite when they blow up on that thing and try to knock it in the air.
It's a pretty fun deal. Well, thank you everybody for watching the show today. We'll see you in a few minutes with Justin back live. I see him in the bottom corner. He still hasn't stopped yet, so we haven't missed nothing. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining us today.